How to speak and manage business. Like a CEO introduction. Most people assume CEOs are simply smarter, more confident, or just born to lead. But the truth is, CEOs operate with a different mindset, language, and strategic clarity that sets them apart. They speak with precision, they manage with intention, and most importantly, they make others feel like they belong to something bigger. You don't need a corner office or $1 billion valuation to think like a CEO. Whether you're running a small team, launching a startup, or managing a department, adopting the CEO mindset transforms your communication, decision-making, and influence. In this video, we'll break down how to speak and manage like a CEO, the habits, behaviors, and mental frameworks that separate top-level leaders from average managers. We'll cover strategic speaking, why CEOs don't speak more, they speak smarter, owning the room, how to communicate executive presence, leading through vision, not just tasks managing systems, not just people making high-stakes decisions with clarity. By the end, you'll know how to command respect in meetings, simplify complex ideas, and lead with the clarity and composure of a true executive. Let's dive in. Strategic speaking. Say less, mean more. CEOs aren't known for rambling, they're known for impact. Great CEOs master the art of strategic speaking. Clear, concise, and aligned with business goals. They don't speak to impress, they speak to align, activate, and clarify. When most people speak in meetings, they over-explain or overcompensate. They try to prove how much they know, flooding the conversation with technical jargon or irrelevant details. CEOs do the opposite. They cut the noise and aim directly for clarity. What you say should move decisions forward, not create confusion. Every word should either add direction, inspire action, or sharpen understanding. Key traits of strategic speaking. Start with the outcome. Here's what we're recommending. Speak in frameworks: problem, impact, action. Ask instead of declare. What are the second-order effects we haven't considered? They also understand the power of silence. If something doesn't add value, it isn't said. Silence isn't awkward, it's deliberate. Strategic speakers avoid filler, vague statements, and unnecessary storytelling. To build this habit, rehearse with bullet points, not scripts. Pause often, give weight to your words. Replace long stories with sharp takeaways. Watch your pacing. Speaking slowly increases authority. Review recordings of your meetings to cut fluff. Example: in a budget review, instead of saying, "So we've had a lot of moving parts and a lot of fluctuations due to various variables," a CEO might say, "Revenue dipped 8%. Root cause: delayed customer onboarding. We're adjusting timelines. Here's the fix." That level of clarity builds trust. People don't just listen, they follow. Executive presence. Speak like you belong at the top. You don't need a title to carry executive presence, but you do need presence to earn trust, credibility, and influence. Presence isn't just body language. It's how you enter a room, how you listen, how you respond under pressure. It's the energy you bring and the confidence you project without arrogance. People with real presence don't demand attention. They command it through clarity, stillness, and intent. Their posture, tone, and timing convey leadership before they say a word. CEOs speak with calm conviction. They don't rush. They don't overreact. They ask questions that show depth, not dominance. Their tone is steady even when the conversation isn't. How to build executive presence in conversation. Don't fill silence. Let your message breathe. Sit forward, speak from your diaphragm, and hold eye contact. Avoid uptalk. Your tone should end statements, not sound like questions. Acknowledge emotion without letting it control the room. Be aware of your presence when you're not speaking. People watch how you listen too. Great CEOs also control the emotional temperature of the room. When stress rises, they stay anchored. That calm becomes contagious. A composed leader doesn't just solve problems, they keep the team stable while doing it. Example: in a heated debate about missed deadlines, an average manager might say, "This keeps happening and we need to fix it now." A CEO-style leader would say, "Let's step back. What pattern are we seeing? What's the root issue? Let's solve that." Composure equals power. Presence earns you authority before you even speak. Lead through vision, not tasks. Managers assign tasks. CEOs inspire movement. The difference lies in vision, the ability to connect daily work to long-term purpose. When teams only hear what to do, they execute. When they understand why it matters, they innovate, stay engaged, and push forward during uncertainty. Vision isn't a poster on the wall. It's the daily language of leadership. How CEOs lead through vision. Start meetings by restating goals. Our North Star is framework in context. This report isn't just data, It helps investors see our momentum, celebrate alignment, not just results. This pivot shows we're staying true to our customer promise. They turn ordinary work into meaningful progress. That creates buy-in, especially in high-pressure times. Example, instead of saying, "Get me that deck by Friday," a CEO-style leader says, "We're pitching a vision to the board. This deck helps us tell that story clearly. Let's make it bold." Vision turns execution into leadership. Your team won't follow you just because they have to. They'll follow you because they see what you see. Manage systems, not just people. Great CEOs don't manage individuals day to day. They design systems that help people succeed at scale. They focus on building repeatable, visible, scalable processes that run with or without them. If you're managing tasks, you'll always be busy. But if you're managing systems, you scale. What systems-focused leadership looks like: clear operating rhythms, weekly stand-ups, monthly check-ins, quarterly strategy sessions, decision rights, clarity on who owns what, feedback loops, regular performance input, not just annual reviews, escalation clarity, when and how to raise flags. This structure removes bottlenecks. It reduces confusion. It enables autonomy without chaos. Example, instead of checking in constantly, a CEO sets systems. Every Monday we review goals. Every Friday we reflect on progress. Midweek, use Slack only for blockers. Now your team moves without needing your constant supervision. To start managing like a CEO, identify one bottleneck, then fix it with a repeatable process. Document how decisions are made so others can follow that model. Set cultural norms. Here's how we do things when pressure hits. Systems aren't red tape. They're the backbone of scale. Make high-stakes decisions. With clarity, CEOs don't get stuck in indecision. They gather just enough information, weigh the consequences, and decide with conviction. But what makes their decisions smarter isn't just speed. It's the mental models behind them. They use strategic filters like first principles, what do we know for sure? Second order thinking, what will this decision cause 2 steps from now? Inversion, how could this go wrong and how do we prevent it? 80-20 rule, what few actions will drive the biggest results? This clarity is what sets CEOs apart. They simplify complexity, not by ignoring it, but by framing it smartly. How to make better decisions like a CEO. Block time for thinking, not just doing. Write a decision memo. Pros, cons, assumptions, risks. Assign ownership. Who's accountable? Who decides? Communicate the why behind every call. Example, instead of saying, "Let's delay the launch," a CEO would say, "Delaying the launch lets us fix the onboarding flow, which improves retention by 12%. The short-term hit protects long-term growth. Let's move the date. Here's the rollout plan." Clear, calm, confident. That's what high-stakes leadership sounds like. The CEO mindset is a choice, not a title. You don't need a C-suite title to lead like one. Managing like a CEO means thinking long-term, speaking with clarity, building scalable systems, and inspiring through purpose, not pressure. Let's recap. Speak strategically. Less volume, more value. Project presence. Your tone and calm matter more than your title. Lead with vision. Give people a reason beyond the task. Manage systems. Free yourself from micromanagement. Decide with clarity. Don't overthink, outthink. When you combine strategic thinking with emotional intelligence and operational discipline, you become more than a manager. You become a multiplier. Your influence grows. Your team sharpens. Your results accelerate. Because leading like a CEO isn't about control, it's about clarity, confidence, and creating momentum. If this breakdown helps shift how you think about leadership, hit the like button, subscribe for more weekly videos on modern management, and drop a comment sharing which CEO habit you'll adopt first. Speak with intention, manage with vision, lead like a CEO.